Let's talk about monsters. I have just discovered that somewhere out there is an orc army. Now obviously there are many orc armies, but there's one in particular that's quite special. Orc magic runs on belief. And these particular orcs came down to Earth, discovered that anime was a thing. They saw that all of these animus were very, very powerful indeed. And so they thought, you know what, we must harness this power. The power of the weeb. They dress as their brand new deities, ripping apart all who oppose them in sailor uniforms, charging their enemies with the Naruto runs, spilling the blood of those who oppose on their Nurse Joy uniforms and Gurren Lagann glasses. And I fucking love them. Let's talk about monsters. Mirroring along the edge of our world, there is another. If you are one of the unfortunate few to have caught a glimpse, you will recognize its uncanny valley shimmer of photonegative along the edges of each shadow in our reality. And if you are unwise enough to touch upon this mirror's edge, I do not mourn you. I mean, how could I? After all, you're not really gone. Though you may feel the essence of your soul folding inside out as it seeps into the unreality, for every action falls an equal and opposite reaction. So, it wouldn't be of anyone's surprise that something else takes your place. For better or worse, who's to say, but welcome to your Freaky Friday. Let's talk about monsters. You're foraging in the woods when all of a sudden you come across a strange mushroom. It is yay high, the color of the sky, with dark red spots. Stranger still, it is surrounded by a ring of bone-white corpse flowers. The scent of cinnamon and a memory you can't quite place hangs in the air as you enter the ring. The wind chugs and howls in a way that it's not supposed to. And you watch as more of these mushrooms bloom and die on their way towards you as though we were fast-forwarding through time. Outside, you watch as the world changes. Skyscrapers replacing trees, ruins replacing skyscrapers. By the time that you walk out of the ring, everything looks exactly as it did as you entered it, only completely different. You wonder in passing if your species went extinct. Let's talk about monsters. It only starts to happen when you're around other people, but it starts with an itch. When you go to scratch it, you notice entire flecks of skin are falling off of you. A strange scaly pattern begins to emerge underneath. You notice in horror in the reflection of a window. You run down the street, but you still feel the eyes on you, and the itching gets worse and worse. As you go to hide in a bathroom, taking off chunks of skin, you wonder if you might be allergic to people. Someone comes in distracted by their phone and you hide in the stall, blinking back tears with membranes for eyelids. As you slowly shift, skin suit flecking away, scale by scale. All you want to do is go home and not be around anybody ever again. Because in your mind, no one can know you're as hideous on the outside as you feel inside. Let's talk about monsters. Somewhere out there, there's a Kelpie singing a beautiful tune. It sounds closer to a whistle than it does a human voice, and there are no words to the tune. If you interrupt them, they'll simply scamper away, shape-shifting into the horse form that they have, and diving into whatever closest body of water they come across. It is only if you startle them too closely that they will drag you into the river with them. But if you know the tune and choose to harmonize, they will gladly accept your presence. The world might slow, the clouds take shape, and burst with rain. You do it with them again sometime, and are willing and kind. They might just teach you how to do it yourself, and if not, at least it was an experience.
Let's talk about monsters. There is a man who hates you, who says that they love but don't, who says they will change but won't. There is a man who picks up the pieces and tells them what's wrong, picks each one up to the light only to mourn the spaces between them, that the color that shines through is not to their liking, tells the fragments to hush in a voice that is binding, tells you the men who made him this way were not men, drawing the line around himself as if it separates him from what he's done, drawing the lines on everyone to make his map of a broken world perfect, as if the world itself has wronged him out of recognition of his actions, out of recognition of himself, out of a mirror. Only the little bits of you that he lets through shows him a reflection of himself. which he will shatter by any means necessary.